Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. I'm just gonna say it up front, this is one of my favorite amps from Orange so far. Brent Hinds is something of a modern rock and roll legend. He plays guitar for Mastodon, he's been a wildling and then a White Walker on Game of Thrones, and he's got a tattoo on his face. And now he's got a signature Orange Terror amp as well. Let's take a closer look. For something that produces such massive tones, the Brent Hinds Terror is pretty small and cute. It even comes with a little carrying case that fits all the wires. Adorable. Like the rest of the Terror line, the amp's entire enclosure is made of durable metal, which makes it great for taking out of the studio to practice or to gigs. Stylistically, and this has nothing to do with the sound, but I quite like how Orange has designed the front panel with the hieroglyphics and Brent's facial tattoo. It's clean, it's uncluttered, and it looks cool. Now, aesthetics for an amp are all good, but the Terror series are made for tone, and the incredibly simple control scheme reflects that focus. There are 3 toggles on the front panel for power, wattage selection, and channel selection. Like with the other Orange amps, I like how the volume and gain knobs are larger than the EQ controls. It makes it easy to identify and adjust them on the fly without messing with your carefully crafted EQ settings. The Dirty channel has 5 control knobs for volume, treble, mid, bass, and gain, and just like the Rocker 15 this amp is based off of, the Clean channel only has a single knob for volume. The Clean channel is a bit like Apple's approach to computers, where all the settings have been taken care of for you, so you don't have to waste time fiddling with options to just use it. I know it's not exactly the same as comparing apples to oranges, but the general concept is similar, and if you're looking for that unsub button because that pun was terrible, it's down there somewhere. At the lower settings, the Clean channel makes for a good pedal platform, thanks in part to the tube buffered effects loop. It played really nicely with my analog delay and chorus pedals, and at higher settings, the Hinds Terror breaks up for a nice dirty crunch. The setting I used for the demo track was kind of an in-between for this evil, clean, tainted with a little bit of dirty sound. We're getting real articulate with the words here. Anyways, here's what it all sounds like going through my 2 Notes Torpedo live with the Mesa 4x12 IR. So a good clean channel is always nice, but what you're probably checking out this amp and this video for is the dirty channel. It's chunky and has a 3-stage gain structure which gets fatter and dirtier the more you crank it. Here's what that sounds like, again going through my 2 Notes Torpedo Live. Now there aren't a million features on the Hinds Terror to get bogged down with, but there is a crucial one for modern day amps that makes it suitable for both home and stage situations. The Brent Hinds Terror can switch between 15, 7, 1, and 0.5 watts, but it does things a little differently than most self-attenuating amps. On the back of the amp, there's a control to toggle between headroom and bedroom modes. In headroom mode, you get the full tube power of the amp and can switch between 15 or 7 watts using the standby switch on the front panel. Now usually when you attenuate an amp to the lower settings, you lose a lot of the high-end and dynamic character that we like valve amps for. So in bedroom mode, Orange says the circuit has been specifically designed to retain the springiness and sensation of tube amps. In this mode, the standby switch toggles between 1 or 0.5 watts for full tube tone at levels that won't piss your neighbors off, unless you want it to. And then you have that option as well. So here's the same clean and dirty riffs at all 4 settings for you to compare. Yeah, so tonally very similar, just at different volume levels. And now usually this would be the time for Simon Says, where we ask my guitar noob roommate what he thinks of the Brent Hinds Terror, but unfortunately he was unavailable, so instead we asked some bearded rando on a motorcycle.
We're rolling.
Dimensions are real, man. Like there's holes all over the Earth. Like the planet Earth, there's like these holes that have been there since the dawn of time that are no one can really explain what's in there, but I know what's in there. Negative gargoyles with spider looking long daddy, crawdad looking faces. They come out and they get you. And what'll happen is like the end result is they latch onto you and they cause depression, and they maybe just kind of drive you into ending it, capping yourself off.
That sounds a lot like Scientology.
No, it's not. I mean, it's okay. Dimensions, just like okay. I know it's fucking seen Poltergeist and Stranger Things and stuff like that, but there's also real. There's just that shit's real, man. Like fucking there's. Thank God. I don't know if there's any around here. I do feel bogged down a little bit. There could be one around here. Makes you tired all the time. That's what it does.
Something I'm always wary of with signature amps and pedals is that because they're designed with the artists and their needs in mind, sometimes they can end up cornering themselves tonally. Like, maybe I don't want to sound like Mastodon all the time, and that's one of the great things about this amp. It definitely has the voice to nail all your Blood and Thunder covers, but you can also use it as a pedal platform, or do what I did for the demo track and throw an overdrive in front for a tighter, but still characteristically orange tone. One nitpicky thing, I wish there was a foot switch. I get that a lot of people will probably only be using this thing at home for practice or recording, but still a simple one-button toggle so you don't have to go up to the amp to switch between channels would have been nice. But overall, I'm loving the chunky tones I'm getting out of this little monster, and that's what makes it one of my favorite orange amps thus far. Plus, rumor has it that Brent wanted to call this the Dirty Behinds, which is hilarious. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. These are just my opinions and I'd love to hear yours, so leave them in the comments and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support what I do and get bonus extras like song downloads and tabs, check out my Patreon. Thanks to Pad for being a boss and mixing everything, check out his channel. Pricing, availability, all the links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the Orange Brent Hinds Terror, and I'll see you for the next video.